So as I said, let's wait for just 2 more minutes because we are about 70 people now. I mean 61. Um, so just let's do 2 minutes and then we'll start our discussion. So friends, let me share my screen and start our discussion. Okay. Oh, is it? Some students are not able to join. Okay. Our backend team will be trying to help them. Okay. Okay. So friends, as you can see here on your screen is a analysis of how many questions have appeared from different sections. Are you getting it? So if you see, there is the definition here. Analysis of questions from various question papers and categorizing the questions topic wise. Right. So we have some questions from 8 a.m. 24th of October and then 1 p.m. 24th of October. Then we have 25th October. We have couple of questions from there. And then we have 26th October and that's about it. Okay. So when you look at this particular screen, what is your feeling? First of all, you see, friends, that the number of questions from Python, if you see, they are 0, right? So those who are actually expecting more MCQs from Python, definitely you don't have to really worry about it because as per the data which I've gathered from the past question papers, right? So we have Python, which is at 0, right? So after that, if you see, then pseudocodes is again an area where it's very less. Okay, so pseudocodes, if you see, there are only few questions from pseudocode. That is, I think, only countable 4 questions. Yes, right. So basically, if you see, then again, there are less questions from C++ also, because as you know, C and C++ are completely same from the technical perspective in terms of writing program. However, some questions which are from OOPS concepts were from, so they belong to C++, okay? Right? So majority of questions have appeared from C language, and then we also have equal importance given to Java, and also equal importance almost given to data structures. All right. So basically, you need to work on data structures, C language, that takes care of C++, and you have to look at Java also, right? So those who are weak in Java, it's a alarming problem, because many questions are coming from Java. All right. Now, the last section over here, which is general IT related questions that may encompass networking, testing, cloud computing, system design, and so on. So I'm going to actually highlight some questions which are coming from there. Okay. Okay. So friends, first of all, before I before I jump on to the specific questions, although I'm not intending to solve the questions, but we are trying to understand what kind of questions may appear. So do you have any initial reaction on this? Or when you see this table, I want from you, friends, did you see this kind of table before? Or is it helping you, first of all, to gain some confidence that what kind of questions may come for your particular test? Is this table helping you? Right. So we have Muskan Patel saying yes. Divya Rani. Okay. So I'm getting positive responses that this table has helped you to get some confidence as per to what kind of questions may come. So again, if we want to really, like basically if you want to color it off, like I would say C++, you don't have to worry about it much. Pseudocode, you don't have to worry about it much, right? Okay, so we can do the same thing for pseudocode, right? So these are, and of course Python. Python is definitely, they are not asking any questions here. However, Python can be used for coding, okay? Python can be used for coding. Like whenever the coding question is there, you can basically do it in Python. It's up to you, all right? So general networking based questions also will be there, like ring topology, star topology, and so on. Okay. So let's take some kind of questions. All right. Okay. So let me open up some questions for you, friends. As I told you, it's not really that I want to solve those questions, but I'm just going to highlight it. Okay. All right. So first one, let's look at data structure. So let's look at all these questions in the first paper, 8 a.m. on 24th. Right. So let's look at what kind of questions we were faced. Okay. So the first question was, let me pick it up for you. Right. So friends, this was the first question, right? Given here is a scenario. Consider the graph algorithm and answer the given question. John wants to go to different locations of city in which he is. He has listed all of them down. However, he wants to visit one location before visiting some other location. What application of graphs he uses to determine the location? So the answer here is topological sorting. Okay. So the answer here is topological sorting. So you will have to do a little bit of, work on graphs. Okay. So I am actually not intending to go in depth study on this. but graphs is what basically this question was all about. All right. Then we had another question which is completely based on C language. Okay, so you can expect this kind of question. Let me pick it up for you. Right. So the question was about a for loop here, friends. So you all know that, you can actually see the working of this for loop and you can answer it. So basically this was from C language. So if you see the table again, it is, so we had two data structure questions, one C language question, one pseudocode question. So let's look at the next question. So there is, and one more thing, friends, here you see general IT based questions, which are networking, testing, cloud systems, and design. So all those kind of questions will be there. So let me take one question from pseudocode. Okay. So the question is, right. So this is the question based on pseudocode. So we have, so there are two integer numbers, x and y, which are between 0 to 25. User stores the value under a 5-bit number. How many minimum bits are required to store the result of the given thing? So basically here the idea is that when you are multiplying 3 with some number, so obviously it can result, can it result in a decimal, right? So we need to check actually what is the values that are given for x and y, and depending on that you can run it. Okay. Right. So again, it depends on what is the value of x and y. Okay. All right. So let me take another question from Java. Okay. So and before that, actually, I just see that there is one question from prefix to suffix conversion. So let me explain that. So you may get questions like convert from prefix notation, okay, to suffix, okay, like that. These kind of questions you may get, which are coming under data structures, right? Okay. Let me just go to the next one. That is questions from 24th 1 p.m. paper. Okay. I'm just randomly selecting the questions for you because, as I said, we are not going to solve any questions here. I'm just giving you a hint as to what kind of questions can appear, and this particular table is more than enough for you to gauge it. So in the second part, there is a lot of stress given on C language and Java. So let me open some questions from there. So it's 1 p.m. on 24th. Okay. Right. So one very simple question was asked, friends. You can actually just go for it kind of question from C language. Which argument is passed to flush question? So here the answer is standard input, because this is completely related to the flushing of the standard input device, which is the keyboard. Okay, so this kind of questions you can expect. All right. Then we have another question from Java. Okay, let me take it for you. Right, so we have a question from Java here. So what is the question? Public class main, public static void main string. Now don't worry about this, friends. There is some error in typing here. All right. So this, I must say, you should really. So basically, it goes like this, right? It is right. So here it is string. Cannot write it very clearly for you. But what I'm saying is it's a typing error. Please ignore it. So string and then you have args, right? So you have already seen this in Java, correct? So it goes like this, right? Okay. So this is how it is. So don't worry about that. So here what is happening here is x is equal to 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So this becomes true, and therefore you are getting the value, which is so what is the value here? X plus 1. So what will be the value here? X plus 1.
I think answer will be 0, sir.
System dot out. Okay, I'm just checking here. If x is equal to system dot out x plus 1. Right. So I think, friends, it's better to just check it out because I have a doubt on this question. Let's do it quickly. Okay. Let's jump on to a GDB Online compiler. Yeah, I know the output is 0, but I'm just checking why the output is 0 here. We'll do some kind of analysis, friends. I know you all know the answer. That's why we are not solving the questions today, right? So I want to analyze why the answer is 0. Okay.
It is
Right.
storing in int, sir.
What x is equal to? So let me write it here. Integer x is equal to 1 by 2. Hope you are able to see, friends. If x is equal to 0.5, that is 0.5, then you have printf x plus 1, right? X plus 1. Else, we have println. What is this? X multiplied by 2. Okay, let's see. So if you run this code, let me just run this. Sorry for the delay, friends. What is happening? It's not compiling. Let me just keep it in Notepad, because in case we lose it, I don't have to type again. Let's start again GDB Online once again, because maybe some network issue. Okay, so we are back. Let me select Java and let's paste that question. Okay, yes, correct. So X is storing the value which is 0, correct. So that is 0 into 2 is 0, correct. Got it. Thank you, Ramya. I was just wondering, actually, I was not concentrating on the integer. So I think we don't have to do this. Yeah, that is pretty straightforward. That this value X is storing a 0. Okay, it is storing a 0. Yes. So I think it's a pretty easy question. Sorry for that. So let's move on. Okay, this is again a very good question, right? So this is completely based on object-oriented programming. So friends, you all know the options also. The options were given what? Do you remember this question? What is the name of the method that examines a particular data entity and determines what data element needs to be associated? So this actually is all about ER diagram. Okay, entity relationship diagram. Okay, so it is ER diagram, right? So this comes under which one? This comes under C++. Okay, friends, you all know this. So, and then there was one question about opening the file. Yes, and that was again not a very difficult question, but it is a problematic question because it's very close to get confused. All right. So this was the question, like select the correct code for opening a file for writing in binary mode. So you may get confused with this right keyword here. Okay, you may get confused. So this is the wrong answer, right? And here it looks all good, right? It looks all good, but the problem is here. It is not BW, it is WB. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Are you getting it, friends? Right. Okay. All right. So friends, again, since like we are just going to discuss for another like 14 minutes, we are winding up this one. This was just a quick observation that I wanted to share with you, friends, wherein just to repeat again, those who have come late, the observation according to this table is that most of the questions have come from data structures. Then we have from C language and then Java, right? And also there are questions from testing, cloud computing, system design, and so on. So you have to be a little bit ready on this also. However, if you miss on one or two questions, it's all right, because I mean, if you do it all others correctly, then you still have chances. Okay. So those who have joined late, any questions, friends? Because in another 12 minutes, I mean, another like about 15 minutes, we'll be winding up this session. And this particular table also will be shared with you, friends. Okay. All right. So one of the questions which had reference to in Java, it had reference to collections. Okay, collections. In that collections, you had to look at array lists, iterators, right? We also saw the collections dot sort method, right? Which actually works with comparators and comparables. So friends, if you're not aware about all these things, you may get little difficulty in one or two questions which are particularly for Java. Okay. So the code that I was referring to was from this one. Let me show you the code which I'm referring to. Right. So the code is this. So friends, here you see, if I can maximize this for you. I can't maximize, I think. Okay, so if you are able to see, friends, it has relation, I mean, it has reference to collections. Okay. Here we are creating an array list. And here you are adding the data. And then you are using the sort method of the collections framework. All this. Okay. But I'm not sure whether this really will work, because when I'm using the sort, I'm just worried on what basis it's going to be sorting. Okay. So what is your idea? Put it in the chat, friends. Have you seen this question, and will this really work, or what do you think actually? Or is it looks like incomplete statement, or what? Or it is a right, I mean, it's all right. Yeah, Dheeraj, you see, even there is a little bit doubt in this question. I don't know really whether it will work or not. So, since we have a couple of minutes, let's go and see if we can put it in the GDB online and check it. Yeah, it looks like ascending order of sorting. Okay, so we have got Java here. All right, but then the problem is I will have to write the whole code. I don't have an option to paste it. Now what to do? Should we actually write this code or what? Let me check. I think it's all right if I can spend 2 minutes to write the code. So we have import java.util.arraylist, import java.util.collections, and then import java.util.iterator. Okay, so we have got all these guys, and then we are creating which one? Class, main class. Okay, public void sort. Now there is a sort method here, you see. Okay, so public void sort. So this sort is like looking like a user defined function, but anyway, let's try to do it quickly. So we have a string array list. Let me call it as ARR equals new array list of string. That's it. Right. Then ARR dot add in bracket mango, and then ARR dot add grape. All right, that's done. And then we're taking object of iterator. Iterator IT is equal to array list dot iterator. We're getting iterator from that particular collection. And then while loop, while iterator dot has next. Okay, so loop this, and here go for println iterator dot next. Okay, plus space. That's it. And here we are going for collections dot sort in bracket array. That's it. Okay. Then we have public class main, and then we have public static void main. Right. In this one, we are putting for the object main class m equals new main class, and then we are going for sort m dot sort. Let's see this output, friends. I have done it very quickly. Let's see the output. Spelling, okay, bracket is a mistake here, line number 12. So I'm running again. What is it saying? Variable ARR of type ArrayList strong method iterator cannot find the symbol. Okay, spelling wrong, is it? Okay, spelling I should be small here because so all right, fine. Yeah, so we are getting mango and grapes. All right, now if I change this to apple, just to understand, let's say apples. Will it show apples and mango? Let's say. It's still showing mangoes and apples. It's not sorting. So friends, I think what I need to do is I need to cut this out from here and push it here before the iterator. Let's try this. Now it is sorting. Can you see? I told you that there is some problem, correct? So it will actually not show the sorted because the collection sort was not in the proper position. Yes, friends, did you get it? Show me a thumbs up if you found this quick Java program is useful to you, and did you gain some confidence that how you should look at the questions. Okay, so nice to see some thumbs up there. Okay, so friends, this was a catch, right? It like they had sorted it, but they did not sort it at the right time. So you need to be very careful with these kind of questions. All right. So friends, towards the end, let me come back to this particular table and tell you once again that please be prepared for your question. Now, there's a question from Muskan. Sir, what do you suggest, Python or C++ while coding when compared to errors? Actually, if you take my personal opinion, I would always look for C language. After C language, I'll go for C++. And after C++, I'll go for actually Python, not for Java. So Java will be my last segment. So I would go in that order. C, C++, Python, Java. This should be the preference, my personal preference. So see where you are good at, which is your best area, and go for it, actually. Okay, so friends, thank you very much for your patience. And I hope this particular analysis, of course, you told that it has helped you, and that is great to know, definitely. And so I will be coming up with more analysis like this, and will help you in your future companies like Wipro and whichever other companies coming in the future. Okay. So I wish you all the best, friends, and have a great learning and your career. For now, have a good night. Thank you so much, and be prepared for the next session on verbal.